Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Royhan Hidayat, and I am from English Study Program in Europe, uh, TBI 6B class. And in this video, I want to do some review about interpretation material. Okay, let's start. The first one is definition of interpretation. Interpretation is the process of orally translating from one language into another language in real time. I mean, from source language into the target language. And the interpreter must do interpreting the language, must convey the meaning, the tone, and also the nuances of the original message from the speaker, and it must be accurate and efficient. The second one is there are some key skills of interpretation. The first one is the interpreter must be able to translate both of the language. For example, the interpreter must be able to translate Indonesian to English and also the English into Indonesian. The second one is the interpreter must uh, do interpretation without using uh, dictionary and another tools or something to help interpretation. The second, number three, and number four, uh, the interpreter must have very great listening ability and also must have excellent public speaking ability. And the last one is the speaker must fluent in both of the language, source language and the target language. For example, uh, uh, the interpreter must fluent in speaking in Indonesian, and also the interpreter must fluent in speaking in an English. Uh, there and number three is there are also some style of interpretation. The first one is informative style. Uh, this style focusing in deliver fact in detail to give the audience information clearly. Uh, Number two is persuasive style. In persuasive style, usually using while the speaker do some argument, and this style uh, aims to influence the audience believe the argument. So, number three is expression style. Expression style is this style focusing to deliver the speaker's feeling and also the speaker's personal experience. Number four. Number four is direction style. Di direction style focusing to deliver uh, uh, some instruction or commands. Number five is formal style. Formal style usually using in academic situation, and this style focusing to follows the language rules. I mean the grammar or and the others. And number six and the last one is informative style. In informative style, usually using in casual situation. Uh, in informal style, usually using idioms and the others. Uh, the next is there are two modes of interpretation. The first one is simultaneous interpretation. What is simultaneous interpretation? Simultaneous interpretation is the mode of interpretation that is the interpreter will speaking after the speaker speak after 2 or 3 minutes, 3 seconds after the speaker speaks. And in the simultaneous interpretation, there are two ways to do simultaneous interpretation. The first one is simultaneous interpretation do by using earphone. Uh, if the situation in the to do simultaneous interpretation, there are so much people in the room, so uh, simultaneous interpretation will do by using earphone. So uh, so the speaker will hear the interpreting the, of the language from the earphone. So what about if the situation just have two people, two speaker? Uh, the simultaneous interpretation will doing by uh, whisper whisper interpretation. Uh, Whisper interpretation will do by two speaker and two interpreter. The next one is consecutive interpretation. What is consecutive interpretation? Consecutive interpretation is very different with simultaneous interpretation. So, if the simultaneous interpretation doing by the interpreter will speak after 2 or 3 seconds, but after the speaker, consecutive interpretation will interpreter will speak after the speaker stops speaking. And what about if the speaker speak too long or too much? Uh, the interpreter will, if the speaker speak too much or too long, the interpreter will do some will write some notes. Write some note, not you not the interpreter will write all of the sentence that uh, all of the word that speaker speak, but the interpreter will do some note by using some signs that help there to interpret that speaker speak. Okay, everyone, I think just that's enough of that uh, material of interpretation. See you later for the next videos. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.